I'm videoing. Oopsie. Hello, friends and witches. Welcome. My name is Heather, and you can find me as Morgana on TikTok, Threads, Instagram, and Ravelry. I am a feral hedge witch stay-at-home mama who crafts and does nerdy things. I am here to make connections and share a little bit about my life with friends that are scattered all over the country, and maybe along the way make some new friends. I want this to be like a little hangout, a chat situation where we're just sharing, sitting in the living room and talking. So grab your drink. Mine today is a smoothie that I made this morning. And let's get started, shall we? Okay, so life stuff. Well, it's been a while. I've meant to do this every week, and it's been 3 weeks since I last did it. So what's been going on, right? Well, I did do my vlog the week after, but then when I started doing editing, it got halfway through, the volume went, it sounded like I was underwater. So I ended up getting some equipment. I have this lovely thing here to hopefully help with my volume and so that you can hear me. And I have a little stand now with some lights. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully my setup is appropriate now. We were supposed to have a huge snowstorm. 12 to 17 inches is what they forecasted. But the air pushed it up, and it ended up being an ice snowstorm. So we had a layer of ice and then snow and then ice and then snow, and poor River was at home. I say poor River, poor me. River was at home for pretty much 2 weeks straight from school, either having a snow day or doing NTI. So that was exciting. I did buy some garden seeds already at the store that I meant to plant on in bulk, which was February 1st, but guess what? I didn't get around to doing it. So I still have them. Maybe I can put a picture up here, show you what I got. I think my plan is to do kind of an outdoor gardeny greenhouse thing. I don't know what I'm saying. Seeds, starting seeds outside in the winter instead of inside in the house. I'm going to get a milk carton, and I've got like some strawberry containers and blueberry containers that already have holes in them. And I'm going to put dirt and seeds in there. And I think I'm going to get started with some snapdragons because I need more pretty flowers in my life. I mean, it's just something I need. And I think maybe it's supposed to, well, it's supposed to rain this weekend, and maybe next weekend it's going to get warm again. I will start on my veggies, my spinach and lettuce and all that jazz, and kind of get my garden ready to go. But no, the snow and ice was awful, and then all of a sudden this week we had a burst of warmth. Everything's melted now, which is wonderful. There was a day of like 67 degrees outside, and I just sat on the porch in the sun for a little while. It felt so much better. You never understand like the seasonal depression stuff until you have a day like that, and you're just like, oh, I feel so much better now. So it has been a nice change of pace to have it a little bit warmer this week. So I'm happy about that. I don't have any bulbs to plant yet, mainly just seeds. And I'm waiting for the beginning of March is usually when my library does their free seeds, which is amazing. All of the seeds are specifically picked out for our climate, our situation. So I get like a ton of veggies and I get a ton of wildflowers for the region. And I just love it. I love it. I don't have to spend any money. I go to the library, I pick up my seeds, herbs, everything. It's great. And then I just fill in the gaps, what I don't have or what I want. I usually get like 4 or 5 different types of tomatoes. It's pretty awesome. So I'm already planning out my garden. Yes, it's February, I know, but it's just how I roll. What else? Oh, my cat Brownie was not doing well. He was throwing up and we couldn't figure it out. We thought maybe it was because he was overeating. He does that because he's a big chunker. But that wasn't the case because we cut out his dry food and he was still throwing up. And then it started, at first it was like here and there every now and then. And then it was like every day, every time he ate. So we took him to the vet when I finally had a chance to get out of the driveway after the ice storm. And my poor baby was full of poop. He was constipated and he had to get cleaned out. So now he's on super soft food and yes, he is finally pooped. Very excited. So, and he's not throwing up anymore, but of course he managed to pick up a cold at the vet. So his eyes all gunky and he sneezes like 15 times in a row and then he's fine. So, we also started feeding the birds during after the ice. I had a bunch of bird seed in the garage, and so I just picked it up. And now that I have a tour that actually works, which is wonderful, I just opened it up and tossed some bird seeds out, and it is endless entertainment for my cats. They have stopped being absolute crazy, like running around with the cat crazies, and now they just watch the birds that are out there and the occasional demon squirrel. Because yes, they're demon squirrels. They're not just squirrels, they are demon squirrels. They eat my plants. They destroy things. So I know my bestie loves squirrels, but they're demon squirrels. Let's see. I think that's about it. I haven't really gone to the gym since the storm. I have done a little bit of yoga at the house, but I need to get back into my routine of going to the gym and hopefully getting some workouts in because I can tell my body just it needs it. Okay, now we've gotten life stuff out of the way. Let's work on whips. What I've been working on for the past 3 weeks. The spin me around blanket that I've been working on. Here it is. It is in this lovely TJ Maxx bag. I love them because it's just so easy to toss my blankets in and all of the yarn that I need for them, and it's not a big deal. All right, I've gotten quite a bit done on this, and I'm almost finished. So, this little dangly sugar cookie is where I started after the last vlog. So I've done some blue, this green, some like ultraviolet purple, and then some neon multicolor. And here is touching the ground. If you can see. Let's scoot back. Ta-da! And I think I'm going to do one more section of like this black sparkly that I picked up. I had some of this already, but not enough to do a border. So that is what I'm going to do next. I am right here now. Little dangly. I finished off the neon. And so now I need to get started. Yep, there it is. With the black. And then hopefully it'll be done. All right. Then I have a stack of books, socks. Oh, that was the Spin Me Around crochet blanket by Catherine Bly. And I'll have all of the projects listed out in my show notes below. So you can go check them out for yourself. This is my Darn Yarn MN bag with my Witchy AF pin. And I'm using Stroll Tweed, fingering weight. I love tweed. And this color is Indigo Heather. And these socks are for my husband. I started here at this little pretty Christmas candlelight. And I have been working on the heel. And I just started the gusset part, right? Heel flap. Now I'm on the gusset. So, and this is the first sock. So I also have my little sock camp minder in there, or with my stitch markers. Champagne apple and honey lotion, and my Burt's Bees salted caramel. That's everything in there. I just take it with me. I've been working on these in the car lane, so that's why it's not quite as much done as normal, because I had 2 weeks of no car lane. So there's that one. And then I have another pair of socks. This is Mountain State Stitches bag. Got this for the summer sock camp knit along. And I'm using Stroll Tweed again, fingering weight. This is Pecan Heather. Really like this color. This is one sock done, and sock number 2, my little pumpkin house, started here. I've gotten about 30 rows done, and I'm getting ready to start the heel. Again, another project I work on in the car lane. So I have my Notions keeper, is my little Mystifying Knits Ouija. Got some scissors and stuff. I got chai tea, Burt's Bees, and pumpkin pecan waffles lotion in there. And that is the String of Lights pattern by Lindsay Shank Kirshner, aka Sock Witchery. I love these two sock patterns. They're like my go-to. So if I just want to start a pair of socks and I don't have a pattern in mind, usually it's one of those two that I pick up. Then I have my Scrappy Cottagecore blanket. This is the first time you've seen this. This is in my Stevie Nicks bag that I picked up when I went to see her in concert in 2023. She was amazing, and I'm so glad that I went. Okay, so this, I started a blanket. It was the Cottagecore blanket, I think is what it was called. But it was started from the tip and went out to corner, and then it was going to go back in, but it was more of like a diamond shape than like a square. And I just found that I didn't like the shape of it. And so I knew I wasn't going to use it. I wasn't going to like it. So I just tore it out. Even though, well, I didn't tear it out completely, but let's just say I restarted it with my own spin. I'm using a size G or 6, 4.2 millimeter. It's just your typical boy hook. So this was the original that I started. Like I said, I was almost 3/4 of the way through. I had already started to decrease, and I was just like, I'm just not gonna like this. So I restarted it. I went up a hook size. I think this was an F that I was using, and it's just back and forth. There it is. I think I did a couple of rows of this since the last vlog. I don't have a stitch marker on this, so I'll need to get one on it. Oop, there's a stitch marker right here. So I'll go ahead. This was given to me by Megan, also known as Penny Moose. Trust me, I'm a doctor, a plague doctor. All right, so I'm going to put it right here. But I liked the stitch pattern. Is that what I'm trying to say? I liked the texture of the Cottagecore blanket. So I went ahead and kept that. It's through the back loop, half double crochet. So, but it's just like your normal blanket. So I'm tearing out and recrocheting as I go. So I won't have any new yarn in that one for a while. And then another one that you haven't seen yet is a blanket that, oh, I need to put this back in, that I'm doing for someone in particular. I'm not going to say who they are just in case they watch it. But I've been working on this for a while. Let me see. Computer decided to, there we go. I think it's 2017 that I started this. No, 2019 that I started this. A long time ago. It's a work in progress. But this is a Cozy Memories blanket by Shelley DuPont. That's the pattern. I'm using worsted weight yarn. And let me see where I am. Here, oh, I thought I was working with purple the other night, but no, it's brown. Oh no, I'm losing stitches. Okay, so this is where I started. Finished all this, and then I cast on another square in brown, not dark purple. But this is the blanket. And I'm making this for a queen size bed. Oh, that's the back side. So far, I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am on the 6th. I'm on the 6th column. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squares per column. So yeah, it's pretty big. Let me see if I can get a good. Here. All right. Here we go. Move it up. Some of them are variegated. Some of them are sparkly. Some of them are just regular, but it's all worsted weight acrylic, so that it's easily washed. And yeah, so this is the column I'm working on right now, square 4 of 10. So yeah, I think it's getting closer, but we'll see. This is in my beach bag that my husband got me for Mother's Day. And it's got a little print on here that River did. This is her artwork. I really love it. So, but it is big enough to hold this massive blanket. Oh, just shove it in there. And I'm using, I think, a size 7 circular needle for it. Oh. So yeah, I won't show that one very often because it's massive, as you can see. Okay, so now let's talk about projects that I found that gave me sparkly eyes and made me want to actually crochet and knit more. I have been struggling with my mojo. So I haven't found many, but there are 2. The Mint top by Anadaku. It's a fingerless weight. There's a lace panel down the front and the back. And I thought it would be perfect for summer with some cotton weight yarn or cotton. It's a fingering weight sweater. And there's no sleeves. Huzzah! The bane of my existence. I don't have to knit. The other one that I liked was Big Fritz by Isabel Kramer. It's a top-down pullover. It has a 2-color fingerless weight, and it satisfies my current obsession with all things coastal. It has 2 to 4 inches of positive ease too. So my family and I have started going to St. Simons, Georgia for our vacations, and we absolutely love it. It is so So wonderful. I think I'm a mermaid that is just too far away from the ocean. I just I want to be next to the ocean. I need it. It's so calming. I'm so happy when we're there. So we have kind of made it our long-term goal of potentially looking and seeing if we, like when we retire, maybe we'll move there. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now on to what I've been reading. And I kind of have surprised myself. I've read quite a bit over the last 3 weeks. I finished 4 books. I finished Lights Out by Navessa Allen. Very spicy, stalker. There's some death involved. I give it a thumbs up. I liked it a lot. It was very cool. And I'll probably start reading. I will pick up, I should say, the next book in her series. So it's not the same characters, it's adjacent characters, which I like. I like having one book, one story. Now we can move on to another set of characters. That's something I do enjoy. So there's that. I finished Hekate the Witch by Nikita Gill with a very pretty cover that my sister got for me for Christmas. I love this book. It is not your traditional like storytelling. It is done in poems, in prose, but it still ends up telling a story. It's just a little bit of a different format. And I really, really, really enjoyed this. So, highly recommend. 5 stars. Love it. There's another one in that she's going to come out with. I think it's in September, about sticks. And I may have already pre-ordered it because I enjoyed this one so much. Next up, I finished In the Company of Witches by Auralee Wallace, and then also When the Crow's Away. They are part of the Evenfall Witches B&B mystery. So it's a cozy witchy murder mystery. Both of these are. And I quite enjoyed them. It was a nice break. It was nice to read. No smut, but you gotta have a little difference, right? The main character, if you read these, reminded me of, oh goodness, what's her name? From Practical Magic, Sally. And she has 2 aunts, and they reminded me of like Sabrina's aunts from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That's what I was picturing when I was reading these. So I liked them. They're fun little reads. So if you like cozy mysteries type stuff, recommend these for you. Got a little bit of a witchy tint. Now, that's all I've read. I am also, I don't have it with me, but I just started reading a couple days ago A Game in Yellow by Hailey Piper. And it's funky. I like it because I'm a fan of all things cosmic horror. And it is based off A King in Yellow. If you know, you know. And I'm only, I think, 5 or 6 chapters in. So I'm not quite into it yet, but it's good so far. It is the main female character is gay, and she's having issues. She's having issues with her sex drive and disconnect. And so if you go looking for this book, just understand that there are sexual tones in the book. That's all. But so far, I'm really liking it. I'm digging it. It's starting to get trippy, which I dig. So that's it. That's it for what I'm reading. Acquisitions, things that I have picked up. And yes, I have picked some things up. So my husband has already given me my Valentine's Day present early. Got 9 Goblins by T. Kingfisher. And my other bestie has already read this, the one that lives way, way far away. And she told me she cried. So yeah, but a good cry. So I'm excited to read this. I love T. Kingfisher. I know I've said that before. So yeah, she's awesome. I love her books. And he also got me Katabasis. I looked it up how to say this. Katabasis by R.F. Kuang. And it is also a beautiful. Oh, I haven't looked at the oh, it's got cool stuff on the inside too. The cover. Ooh, very pretty. So I've heard only good things about this book. So it's in my, what's this? Hell is Other People. See that right here? Oh, I like it. Okay. And then we actually went to Barnes & Noble last night after dinner, and I picked up The Death of Jane Lawrence by Caitlin Starling. It is a gothic cosmic horror, maybe. A little weird things going on, which I dig. It's in post-war England. Yeah. So another creepy book to read. I'm excited. And let's see, what else do we have? What I'm listening to Get in the Trunk, Twilight Specter, which is a cosmic horror game by Glass Cannon Network. And I'm really enjoying it so far. It's set in the 70s, late 70s. So right around the time that I was born. Yeah, so I put the link below. It's a podcast and it's on Spotify, but you can get it on whatever kind of platform that you subscribe to. But it is subscription only. So I have a link below to where you can subscribe, and also the Spotify. We've been watching the football playoffs, and we watched Superbowl, and yes, we watched Bad Bunny because he was awesome. I felt like it didn't impact me as much, the performance, as the Kendrick Lamar one did, but I think that's just because I don't speak Spanish, and that's okay. I wish I knew Spanish though, so that I could have grasped all of the little tidbits and intricacies of the performance that would have made it more meaningful as I was watching it. But I've caught little tidbits of stuff, that translations of it, and it still seems like it was an awesome show. So, and hey, there was Ricky Martin and Cardi B and Pedro Pascal, and oh yeah, I was very excited watching it. We've been watching the New Heights podcast, and then we've also been watching the Glass Cannon podcast, their Shadowdark campaign. That's their main podcast, and you can find that on YouTube. Ooh, and I will put a link for it because I am loving it. I've been playing Dwarf Fortress on Steam. I'm a little bit addicted to it. I'm on my third fortress since I started, and stupid goblins keep coming and raiding my fortress. But it's fun. It reminds me of Civ, Civilizations. If you've played that, you have a group of dwarves that have migrated, and they have to build a whole new home. So you start digging, and you have workshops, and you have animals that you can kill and hunt and fish, and you have to make sure they have wine or they get angry. And then, you just continue digging, and you get more jewels and more metal, and then you trade, and then the goblins come and they kill half of your people, and you rebuild. That's just what happens. So I just had my second invasion of goblins. I'm getting better at not dying and learning how to target them and take care of it quickly. So it's really addictive. And if you like building games like that, definitely for you. All right. Last thing. Let's take a sip. Okay. 2 playlists. Since it's been 3 weeks, I figured I should grace you with 2 playlists of the week. I have been listening to a lot Whimsagothic. My playlist Whimsagothic. It's all 90s nostalgia. I mean, I've been listening to it in the car. I've been listening to it at home, on the way back from dropping off River at school. It's just, I've been listening to it nonstop, almost. And then the other playlist that I've been listening to a lot recently is, of course, Winter's Chill, a playlist that I made for cozy winter hygge cuddle up moments. It's just a very chill playlist, but winter themed. So I have linked those below if you want to go check them out. If you want some new music to jam to or listen to and put in the background, there you go. So I think that's just about it. Thank you for coming along for the ride. And I hope that you all have a good week. Hopefully, I'll be back next week, with what I've worked on and what I've been paying attention to. So, ciao. Cheers. Have a great time. See you later.